Hello, I'm back. I have another story time. So, remember a few months ago when I said I was studying for my permit test? Well, I passed. Thank you, Jesus. Let's see, does this have any information on it that yeah, it has my address on it, but I'll cover that up. This is what it looks like. Woohoo! Let me tell you the fucking shit I went through. So, it was, what day was it? My brain just broke. It was Tuesday, my day off. Jesus. So, the appointment was at 8:15, and they tell you to get there 15 minutes early. We pull up, the fucking line out the fucking door. I'm like, geez, it just opened. It was like 8:05. So I'm waiting there. Probably waited like 15-20 minutes to finally get up to the counter. This fucking woman. Well, first, this guy in the, he was like 3 people in front of me. And this old ass man having his push walker, and he was like, this lady comes by, checking to make sure you have all your paperwork and everything, and she goes, do you have your social security card? He's like, no, I don't need it. She's like, yeah, you need it, you can't get anything done without it. He was like, what? They should tell you before you get here, they should have posters. And there was a cop there, and he was like, yeah, it's plastered all over here. Why? Every time I go there, people forget their social security card and then start yelling. You're an idiot. You need that. So, after that, I finally get up to the counter, and this fucking woman gave me an attitude. I handed her all my paperwork, and I handed her this. And she goes, what are you doing here? The fuck you mean, what am I doing here? I was like, I'm here to take my test. And she goes, she points over here, and she goes, it expires in 2024. What are you doing here? I'm like, you want me to wait 2 years to take this test? I'm here now. I've been studying for 2 months. Shit! And then she called so-and-so over, and she was like, what do I do? And I'm have her take the test. The fuck? So then she scribbles a number, and she goes, here, wait for this number. Bitch! What did I do to you? So I probably waited not that long. Probably 10 minutes. I was just waiting for my number. The number got called. I had to go up to the counter number 33 or 32. And I had to take the eye exam. I did fine. I'm dyslexic as fuck. After you read the letters, you have to do another one that has it's 4 circles. All of them are different colors, and all of them have different numbers. He said, don't tell me the number, tell me the color. And I was like, oh my God. I did it so slow. I was like, red, green. My brain is broken. Oh. So then they gave me a number for the computer, so I went and sat down, and I was fucking nervous as shit. So, and I was trying to figure out how to turn it on, and so I touched it, and I was like, oh wow, it's weird without a mouse. This is a touchscreen. Excuse me. So as soon as it turns on, it says you can either do the practice test or the actual test. So I said, fuck it, I'm doing the actual test. And I was nervous because it doesn't help that at the bottom of the screen it says 40 to pass. It tells you how many you got right, how many you skipped, and how many you got wrong. So the whole time you have this thing at the bottom oh my God, the anxiety. So I did not start off strong. The first 2 I got wrong because I was nervous, and I didn't I think they tricked me. Like, you gotta like read the question like 3 or 4 times to be like, oh, it's what not to do, not what to do. Like, it fucked me up. So I was already just like shitting my pants. So, so I skipped a good 20 questions. I kept skipping and skipping and skipping, and then reading the question like 5 times in a row. And then finally got to maybe like 5 left. And I was losing my mind because I looked at the thing. I think I had about like 5 or 6 wrong. So I was like, oh my god, like I could fail any moment. So then this fucking woman comes up behind me and goes, you have 6 minutes left. 6 minutes? The fuck? So I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to fail. So then I'm going through it. I'm still skipping and skipping and skipping, even though I only have 5 questions left. So then finally I get a couple wrong and I get a couple right. And then I come down to the fucking wire. I have 9 wrong. And if you get 10 wrong, you fail. So I had 1 question left and I couldn't skip it. And I'll never forget this fucking question. It was worded something like, from what day to what day can you have these snow tires on? And I was like, I think I may have read this question like once. So I'm like losing my mind. I'm fucking sweating. My ass is sweating. I got swamp ass just sitting here. I'm like, oh my god, if I get this wrong, I fail. I'm not waiting another month to do this again. So I was like, just calm down. You're over your time anyway. So I like read the question like 5 more times and I just went over it in my head and I was just like, it's A. And then I said, congratulations. So I went, so then it told me to go to the counter. I had my mask on the whole time. They couldn't see me cheesing because I was like in shock and like excited at the same time. So under my mask, I was just like looking like a fucking psychopath. A lot of people failed because when you get up to the desk after you're done, all the people that failed, they had their paper and they were like, they stamped it and they're like, come back in 2 weeks before this time's up. And then they left and I was like, why are they gonna come back in 2 weeks? I didn't realize they failed until I got up there and they're like, oh yeah, you're good. Stamped it and they're like, go around this side. And the guy's like stamping. And then he's like, you want to go to Cherry Hill or Delanco to take your road test? And I was like, Cherry Hill. He goes, all right, this day, this time. I'm like, cool. Man, I was fucking sweating. That shit fucked me up. But if you want to pass, I guess you can do what I did. But the weird thing is, so like, obviously I'm in New Jersey, so wherever you're at is different. So I use this book. It's fucking huge. And I studied all of that. And look at all these fucking flashcards that I made. I counted it before. It was like 100 and something that I made. And for 2 months, I wrote these down. I studied them. I even took practice tests. I took practice tests while I was at work. And that helped me a lot because it's similar to the test. But I feel like my test was fucking hard because there was only like 80% of that test of what was in here. Like there was no road signs at all. And that's mainly what I fucking studied. And there was like nothing about fines or anything. So it was basically just like, I don't know, like it's all a fucking blur. But it was hard. I'm glad I passed it on my first try because I did not want to do that again. So yeah, if you're trying to get your permit and you're nervous like I was, just study your ass off like I did. And take a bunch of practice tests online and make flashcards. Because damn! When you get to the test, if you don't know it, skip it. Skip it like fucking 50 times until you're ready. Because that's what saved my fucking life taking this test. I skipped 20 questions. I kept skipping and skipping and skipping until those last 20 questions. I had to take them. And I kept skipping, and then I was like, process of elimination. I'm glad I got that over with. But this weekend, I'm going to drive my sister's car. She's going to shit her pants. I'm nervous and excited. I go August 30th to take my test. I can't wait, man. I'm so nervous because I never driven before. I mean, that's kind of a lie. Because years ago, the only thing I ever did was drive my dad's car from the street to the driveway like twice, and that was about it. But anyway, excuse me. I get nervous just talking about it. I can't believe I passed. Like, in the last couple days, I just out of nowhere, I can drive now. Like, I'm legal to drive. Now we gotta go car shopping. I want a Subaru, but like, who the hell knows what I'll be able to get. I mean, I got good credit, but who knows. I hope this was helpful for like anyone getting their permit soon. I'm just excited. But anyway, hope you liked it. See you next time. Bye.